Yeah, bye.
Bella! Aren't you watching your dad being doctored?
Dad gets so many of these things. Anyway, I've got to go and clear out my room. Damn conference.
I know. But the college has got to make money somehow. Want me to help you pack? Then we can go on the river. I still can't get over last night.
Wasn't she fabulous?
Oh, I've decided I'm going to be an impresario. Go around the world listening to great singers, then bringing them to England and putting on huge concerts in the Albert Hall.
Why not Wembley Stadium?
What's missing?
Just my jewellery, I think.
How awful. Was it very expensive?
No, nothing valuable. I don't keep anything valuable here. Oh, but my pretty bead necklace, the one I got in Bali.
You were wearing it last night.
Oh, was I? Oh, yes. Thank God for that. It must be at home then.
Well, what about cash?
Taught to keep my money in my purse. Daddy's rule number 1. God, it's so disgusting. Someone rummaging through my... Ugh, I'm gonna get all this washed and give it to Oxfam. Well, it's dirty. Everything that he touched.
He?
Only a man would make a mess like this. What did he have to do this for? Muddling up all my notes. For God's sake.
Gladstone and Disraeli in with Rousseau and Karl Marx. They weren't like that, any of them. Oh, and here's your own family story. The rise of the gentry. Look, all mixed up with the poor law.
Well, we're not gentry, thank God. Much too rich for that. Did you put that drawer back?
What?
The bottom one?
No, it was like that.
Oh, God, no.
You should have told me you'd heard from Freddie.
He told me not to.
But I've been so worried. Not a word from him for months and months. I can keep a secret.
From Daddy?
Oh. Why can't Freddie and your father get on? You and I do. And Paraguay, of all places.
Listen, Mommy. Look, someone wants to find Fred very badly. Someone who knew that he'd been in touch with me, or at least guessed. It was this journalist, or at least I think it was. He kept on and on asking me about Fred.
What did you say?
Oh, that Fred has always done his own thing and that Dad has always supported us in our individual life choices. You know, the usual spiel.
But why would a journalist want to take your jewel? What else did this man ask you about?
My life choice. I told him I was going to run the Royal Opera House. Mum, do you think I should tell the police?
I don't know. No, your father would get to hear. Oh, it's...
What's going to happen to this provost?
Check the gases every quarter of an hour, please.
Will she sing again?
Don't see why not. They're through there. Mother seems to think she owns her.
I'll take her, you take the daughter. Mrs. Baden, Miss Baden. My name is Morse, Chief Inspector Morse. This is Sergeant Lewis.
Have you found the gunman?
Man, madam, what makes you think it's man? Could we have a word? You've no idea where Mari Probert might be.
What always baffles me is there'll have to be so many. They all get the same story.
I'd like a machine gun.
Oh, careful, miss. One of them did get shot last night. Maybe you knew him. Grimshaw, his name was. He's writing an article about your dad. Now, there's someone who likes journalists. Never out of the papers, your dad, is he? They seem to roll on their backs for him.
When was he killed, this Mr. Grimshaw?
Late evening, they reckon.
But then he can't...
Can't Time for what, miss?
Why did your brother suddenly up and go, Miss Baden?
Oh, he never got on with Dad. And he's not interested in publishing and education and all that. He once told Dad that books were a waste of good trees. He's very green, Fred. But Dad made him go into the business all the same, and after a couple of months, Fred just couldn't take the pressure anymore.
What pressure?
Dad believes in the creative dialectic. You have an idea, he has an idea, the clash creates a new third idea, better than either. Then he pretends that the third idea was his all along.
But why go to Paraguay, of all places?
Fred wanted to go somewhere so unlikely, even Dad would never think of it. He was afraid he would follow him.
Would he?
Oh, yeah, sure. Fred's his only son. That's why he travelled under the name of Henderson.
How would Grimshaw have known your brother and father had clashed?
It's in the papers. We live in the public eye. It's the way Dad likes it.
But what made Grimshaw think that you and Fred are in touch?
I don't know.
Has your father ever suspected it?
Well, I don't see how he could. I mean, I didn't even tell my mother until today.
But if you and your brother are so close...
Well, I suppose so.
Does your father ever talk about his past? The concentration camp?
Never mentions it. Except to the press. It goes down very well with them.
Did Grimshaw mention it?
No. Why should he?
Oh, he was doing an investigation. He knew all about Eastern Europe.
Well, then he knew a lot more than I do. Actually, Lithuania is one of the few places in the world Dad refuses to go to. Fred went there, though, last year, just before he took off for Paraguay.
Why am I here?